We saw a huge swing in ruble. We also saw a huge swing in Canadian dollar. And this was unexpected. So are you expecting these geopolitics to kind of have small outbursts on currencies?
I think you're seeing that in a number of currencies at the moment, Francine, from anything from Euro Swiss on Italian headline risk. Obviously, Brexit is permeating through sterling at the moment. I think this is kind of the new norm now for currencies. And obviously, we are beholden to the next Trump tweet on trade wars. I think it's a fact that markets have become more accustomed to. Incremental news doesn't have the impact that it once did. But still, you know, we are perpetuated by, obviously, the Russia headline was a new headline, was a new development and an uptick of the escalation of the sanctions. But I think it's a simple fact that we are going to trade currencies more in a political sense rather than strictly on macro.
Kamal, let me bring up the ruble chart here. I'll get it out on radio because it's a really interesting chart. We'll do that on Twitter here in a moment. Back to 2008 and the Lehman crash, and as we heard from Greg White, the huge depreciation in 2014 off Ukraine. I mean, it's another individual story, Kamal, but these individual stories are adding up. What are they summing up to? A non-event or something correlated?
I think in certain ways you are starting to see, Tom, some reaction from central banks. You've just seen the New Zealand RBNZ, for example, push back the timing of its first rate hike. It may not be the central reason, but underlying all of this is geopolitical and trade tensions which continue to permeate through the markets. And I think, you know, from an investment perspective, if you look at a lot of the PMI indicators that come out, the sentiment readings, this is becoming a more pervasive development for markets. So you're bringing all these things together. You're seeing the emerging markets, which have obviously had a bit of a bad time over the last 3 months or so, very much trading on the defensive, that any relief, it seems to be short-lived at the moment.